Why do we desire so badly to partake the forbidden fruit? For example, drinking before the age of 21. All across universities in the U.S., underage binge drinking has been taking place ever since they've changed the drinking age to 21. How can you legally vote, buy and use tobacco products, be on a jury, purchase guns, and fight for our country, but we can't simply purchase or consume alcohol? It just all doesn't make sense to me. I believe the drinking age should be lowered to 18 to eliminate binge drinking and reckless teenage behavior, and also I want to promote the idea that as a society we should be teaching the youth to drink responsibility and how to drink in moderation. The U.S. News and CDC reports that between the ages of 12 to 20, drink 11% of the alcohol consumed in the U.S. More than 90% of this alcohol is consumed during, underage. And all that alcohol is binge drinking. 90% of that is binge drinking, so that's very dangerous. Just think about it. Most people turn 21 where they're either in their second or third year in college. So that's, maybe 2.5 to 3 years not drinking any alcohol legally. It's hard to believe, like, someone, some people do it, but most students, don't do it. And the thing is, most people, they don't follow that rule. They go to a college and, they're around, parties. Like, when you go to college, you're focusing on school, but also you want to have, the whole college experience, going out with friends, going to bars, going to school events, going to games, and everybody, drinks before that. And the thing is, it's causing a big thing called pre-gaming, which is drinking right before the actual event, which is causing binge drinking, because people who can't drink out in public legally, they're drinking so much alcohol before, so by the time they get to the event, they're either, overly drunk or they've drank way too much while binge drinking, so it's causing them to, be sick, dangerous. There has been many deaths due to this. The CDC and Alcohol and Public Health, they said that excessive drinking is responsible for more than 4,300 deaths. So that is crazy. Like, is the drinking age at 21, is that really helping the problem? They changed, the drinking age used to be 18, but then they changed it to 21, thinking that would help with drunk driving and, would help with underage drinking, but honestly, it's making it worse. Like, this is bad. Like, people dying of this binge drinking because they're simply not old enough. Like, people know in college people drink. It's just crazy that they haven't realized that, and people are getting so many tickets and alcohol tickets. And the thing is, like, the parents are having to pay for the, like, college students are broke. Like, they're not paying $1,000 to get a lawyer to get this drinking ticket off their thing. Most of the time, there's people out there getting, super drunk and having a super big mess, and there's people that are maybe sitting and simply drinking a beer, but they get a drinking ticket, and they're not having to, pay for that. Their parents are. And that's the third thing, that's the second thing I want to go into, is binge drinking is causing, students to do things that they wouldn't normally do, like, acting crazy, acting out dangerous sexual assaults. Many things have been taking place because of underage binge drinking. They're drinking too much, they're blacking out, they're not knowing what they're doing. And it's all because they're not old enough to simply drink a little bit before the event and then maybe have 2 drinks at the bar. They're not allowed to have drinks at the bar, so they overly excessive drink before, which causes a big issue. Like, it's more dangerous that way, and that's what people need to realize. Like, if we're an adult, if we're 18, we should be able to drink alcohol. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. But also, like, my third thing is, like, parents should actually be teaching their kids about the responsibility throughout, like, the years, like, about drinking. Like, we're so set on you can't drink before the age of 21 that no parents want to talk about alcohol, and then they send their kids off to college and they see alcohol and they go crazy. Like, that's what happens, and it's not good. Parents need to learn how to, let them, experience a little bit of alcohol in the home so it's safer maybe when they're younger, so they could, when they go out in the real world, it's not going to be their first time to drink alcohol and they'll black out. Like, that's so dangerous. Has anyone heard about the European culture? The European culture, they allow their children to drink at the dinner table at a younger age, so it's like kind of moving up, like gradually having them drink more and more, if they desire, so they, they don't end up binge drinking. Super dangerous. Like, what are people going to expect? People, like, kids going their whole college years and not drinking? Like, I don't think so. It's going to happen, and it's just dangerous. Like, this drinking age being 21 is just making it worse and worse, I feel like. And a lot of people are fed up with that law and they're actually thinking about maybe raising it. It just doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me at all. So now y'all know why I feel like the drinking age should be lowered to 18, because it will help with binge drinking, and it will help with teenage recklessness. And also, how parents and schools and other things should really educate, the younger crowd. So when they are at the time, the legal age to drink, or before then, they are well aware of it and they're not tempted to go crazy. So I'm ready for a change, and I hope y'all are too. Wave. Bye-bye.